This is the story of the AGF Paradise as they sanguinely explore the stars in search of the destiny thrust upon them by those who sought to obtain calamity itself. This is Children.
Children
of the Spine.
Welcome back to the sector, everybody. I'm your GM, Jonathan, and I have with me Kylie.
Mimicking the fungal spores so we can go explore.
Hey, like it.
It took me far too long to find something that rhymed with spores.
It was instantaneous. I didn't cut out 20 minutes of silence. And Luis.
Mohan, is there one tower or two? Why you?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And Laura.
Playing Kamala, these enemies are not really fun guys.
The low-hanging fruit of battle.
Oh, boy.
Last time on Children of the Spine, we saw our intrepid crew land on Gyeong-Otos and separate out the different parts of the Paradise fleet into different tasks, protecting, repairing, finding gas, and all while our heroes go to look at a big tower in the middle of a forest. They go and do so. The other teams are well on their way doing all of the little tasks that they are given. They walk through some of the buildings and find what used to be a big tourist attraction where there were these duck boats that brought everybody through the big currents that are on the planet. And Kamala ended up finding one that worked enough that she could hack so they could get in, and they had a lovely tour with a very broken and spastic duck boat guide. Eventually, they get to where they wanted to be, the big fungal forest just outside where there's this big tower that they spotted while they were landing, and they enter. Once inside, they find all these little holes in the ground that Astrid has her pet Leva inspect. Unfortunately, while inspecting, she disappears, and Astrid loses her communication. In the turmoil, some crazed fungal beings end up attacking the whole team. After a big conflict, we see, or Rasmus sees, Kamala go down, quote-unquote, but really, she just jumped down a hole and decided she didn't want to deal with that shit no more.
After yelling, "Do you trust me?" to Astrid, and then just falling backwards.
Pretty sick, though.
It was pretty sick.
It was
pretty
very
dramatic.
sick, yeah.
So the battle continues for a little bit, sans Kamala, and they eventually all jump back down to figure out that there is a whole world underneath the floor, and that the floor was really a canopy to the true fungal forest of the planet. While down there, they see that there are a bunch of fungal creatures reaching up towards the false canopy to try and attack the rest. Through Astrid's telepathic link, Kamala is able to communicate that there's a lot more down here than there seems, and Hyacinth ends up teleporting everybody down. So when everybody gets down into the true forest of fungus, you see this huge creature reaching up towards the ceiling with many little creatures running up its back, looking like they are really ready to kill everybody, when Astrid comes up with the idea to use her metamorphosis from her biopsionics and change the DNA of the entire party to match that of the fungus. Once matched, you see the large titan fungal creature freeze and retreat back into the woods, and all is calm. Kamala wears her infrared goggles, pointing out the way, and I believe there were some bioluminescent lights that allowed everybody to kind of see a little bit in the dimness of this forest, that you could find a path that went straight back to the tower that you were trying to find, which you now know the top of the tower that you saw was really just this tiny piece of a much larger structure that starts down in this underground forest. And that's where we are now.
Boy, am I glad I have 6 effort to spend on all of you. Don't expect any more psychic stuff from me, though, today. I am out unless you guys want to get eaten by that weird shadow critter again.
Well, we're not because we're mushrooms now.
Yeah, but only as long as I stay focused on it. If I do anything else, someone is going to lose that.
So we don't have glow bugs because you need focus.
No, we have glow bugs, but I can't make them float.
Oh, okay.
You all can hold them.
Yeah.
I've got, 40-something glow bugs.
How far are we from the tower right now?
It's right here. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock on the door.
Did somebody open the door?
The door surprisingly opens from within.
Astrid, do you want to stay in the back so that nothing attacks you in front?
We should probably have her in the middle.
I was going to suggest that too.
Put her in the front.
No. Okay, I'll make sure yours is the first to go, Mohan.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, do you want to lead us in?
Yeah, Captain, lead us. Go
Okay.
into this first.
I've got the most health, so I'm happy to go in.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You do now.
Nothing will kill me now. And
What
I
is-
walk right through the
What
door.
is health? Like, did you just get a scan or something? What do you mean?
Shh. Do-do-do-do-do. And I open the door and go in. Is there lights?
There are no lights, but as you push open these gigantic doors that are kind of degrading a bit, there's some detritus that falls down as it turns little bits of it to dust. And there's a lot of resistance as you push the door open because, as you see, you start ripping through this like fungal wall that was sealing it shut from the inside. As soon as you get in, there's very little light. You have your glow bug, and you just see a bunch of things hanging from the ceiling.
Ugh.
Excuse me.
There's a bunch of gross stuff in this room. I don't know if we're even able to explore it.
Okay, maybe we should try clapping to see if lights come on.
We could.
We should not make any noise. No!
Did anything happen? We clapped.
When you clap, you see just the faintest little light of bioluminescence as like the sound wave passes over the fungus that fills this huge atrium of a room.
Wait, we're in our suits right now, right? So the fungus isn't going to affect us.
No.
Yeah. Is it on the floor as well, or is it just the walls and the ceiling?
Yeah, it feels like I'm wading through muck here.
Okay.
I think someone should go poke one of those hanging sacks. Just to see what happens.
You have my climbing harness.
You can have it back.
Do I have anything that I can...
Someone just poke it with a stick.
Can I see what's hanging with my goggles on because they're low light?
Oh,
Yes, you
and
will be
infrared.
able to see.
What about my dark vision?
Oh my god.
It's been 3 years since we played anything with dark vision.
It's been 3 years and you can learn the game.
It's been 84 years.
I did my time. 3 years of it waiting for you to figure it out.
Kamala,
Yeah.
you're using your low light and it's adjusting to this even darker area because it's completely encased in this tower. So you turn up the values a little bit to see a little bit better. And you see that these are just large fungal masses that are hanging from the ceiling. And they seem to have content in them. Probably just spores. Some of them kind of look a little fluidy,
Gross.
but there's no real definition to them. But as you're looking around and adjusting the focus on your glasses, you see that there's a bunch of different rooms that kind of go backward deep into this. And you're not really sure where the room ends. Your low light goggles don't reach that far, but you can see that there's a few different hallways. You can see that there's some staircases around, and that it's just unending hanging goop. Just everything in this tower is completely coated in this fungus that looks like it's been growing for eons.
How long ago did this thing get absorbed by the Terran again?
Like 2 weeks,
Like 2 weeks?
a week or two. I forget what I said.
Yeah,
Recent.
hasn't
It was
been
recent.
It was recent. And this planet was like a tourist attraction, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I guess that's metagaming. We know that this area is untouched by the civilians, but you guys wouldn't know that.
Okay, sorry. Because I was like, it's weird that this looks like it's been growing this crap for like eons, but the planet itself is a tourist attraction.
Yeah, but we're under the canopy.
The canopy? Oh yeah, I didn't know we were having lunch, so.
There are various rooms and stairs if you guys look around, but I don't want us to get lost in here.
I'm going to do a quick scan around. So we know where the stairs are. They're that way. And then I'm going to notice, see if I can pick anything out, any kind of symbols or whatever. Okay, so I rolled a 9 to notice if there's like any kind of like equipment or if there's like crates or something because I'm trying to find this treasure.
Like, in a crate, it would just be in a box.
It's how it is in video games.
Just a big Beetlejuice-looking sign just being like, treasure, treasure, treasure.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
I'm just writing Mohan looks for treasure.
We're pirates.
So,
We are pirates, you're right.
So with your 9, you're looking around for what used to be here, and you're noticing that the type of building that is here looks very old. The only other time you've probably seen a building similar to this is when you were on Tates with the Kalima, where they had more of like a castle-like structure.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like that. This doesn't look like it was built for fortifications like the Kalima area was. This looks very decorative, and it's kind of preserved in a way. So like when you open the doors and some of the stuff was falling down, that's because these doors haven't opened in a long, long time. But you would think that you would, with a building that feels so preserved from the inside, despite being completely covered in this fungal growth, you would assume that there would be contents, and there are none. There is nothing here but these big, open, spacious areas.
So almost like it was abandoned before it got fungus covered?
Possibly.
Well, a wizard's tower always has the wizard at the top.
Maybe we should go
up?
down.
Oh.
We can't go down. We're at the bottom.
Are we at the bottom?
Yeah,
we are at the
you're
bottom.
right, because we went to the bottom. I thought we were on the top.
We're in the-
we
we're
got to
in
go to the top to get out of here.
Yeah, right?
Let's go up the stairs.
Well, yeah, if there's nothing down here, then there's surely something up top. Surely.
Otherwise, this would make for horrible storytelling.
Yeah, we should get some really cool rewards.
I like how I just get threats every time. Every time you guys think you deserve something, it's just completely unveiled threats. You'd be terrible at your job if you didn't do this.
Oh, God.
Just start throwing that back.
we
already know we're terrible at our jobs, so it's really not a threat,
we
Jonathan.
put ourselves in a horrible situation, and we're like, you should help
You
us
should
out.
solve this for us.
Okay, let's take the stairs, guys.
Going
And
So you guys make an assumption that you guys are at the bottom.
Oh.
But you do notice, or at least Kamala, you notice that there are some stairs that also go down. All of the stairs don't exclusively go up.
Do we want to go down first?
kind of.
What if there's even more down there? Like, what if this isn't even the bottom of the forest?
It could be covered in
Sweet Jesus.
fungus.
I mean, we could always see what's down there.
No, if we go, we're gonna get stuck doing an adventure. You know what I mean?
We're on a 20-minute adventure.
It's only been 20 minutes. What are
Right.
you talking about?
How
Clicking
about
it out.
let's check in with the rest of the crew, see what their status is. If they haven't collected that much gas and whatnot,
Yeah.
then we could explore. But if they're like pretty much full,
Ready to go, then we should
yeah,
probably
then
head
we should
back.
probably because we're like we're about to die
But-
from the flesh mask, gonna kill this planet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I did
And
kind
the
of forget about
world.
the imminent danger
And
with
the
the promise
universe.
of
Yeah.
mystery and secrets.
We
so.
were
We are trying to kill this like big world universe-ending thing. I
We
think.
could probably come back here once. No, we can't.
No, we can't come back here.
because it's inside him.
Let's call, and then
I love that you guys are looking at me because I'm the comms officer. Yeah, I'm gonna patch a link to Kay. Kay, come in. Can you read me? Hopefully.
God,
No readings, Captain.
he doesn't usually sound
Probably
like that.
can't get it through the canopy down here. So
The
we should
canopy.
probably go up.
I believe you guys did contact Metamorphosis to tell them to go help Zugaltha's Wrath for
Yes, we
finding
did.
gas while you were in the bottom canopy.
Oh.
So just in the tower, it's not.
So in the tower, we can't seem to get anything out.
Go outside the tower real quick.
Hmm.
It could be all this fungus.
Okay, yeah, I take a quick step outside and try again. Okay, come in.
Yeah, Kamala, what's up?
I was gonna say they were dead.
Oh, God.
They died. If it didn't work again, I'm like, we have to get out of here.
Okay, what is the ETA to getting full gas?
Zugaltha and Metamorphosis are meeting up. There's another area where they can grab some more gas, and we should be good to go after that. We should have a good amount of storage. There was a lot of stuff around here for a place that's been abandoned, so I'm starting to think that it was not abandoned very willingly, and it didn't take very long. So I think this place just got swallowed, and all of its resources are here. We're pretty much stocked up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all its people got eaten too.
That's what Zugaltha's Wrath has been reporting back, is that there's just no people.
It's horrifying. I hate this planet.
Okay, I'm going to send you a ping of our location. We're going to poke around this tower we found, but then we will turn around and head back.
So I'm definitely doing a quick flyby launch if I get a call from you. It's just the typical.
Yeah. We're going to need a quick pickup, probably.
If you do not hear from us in 1 hour, you should probably come by.
Yep, Captain Special, got it.
Yeah.
I like that he has a name for it now because we really do need him to pick us up in an emergency quite frequently.
Almost every single time.
Almost every time we do anything.
Guns will be blazing. I will be this is just normal. I've actually had a name for it since we first went to like Warib. So
Yeah.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better, honestly.
I can just tell.
One last thing. Are they in the forest? Does Zaghalthus Wrath and Metamorphosis go to the forest?
No. They're in the cities.
Right. I feel like there was something they were going to do near a forest.
Metamorphosis was in the forest. You told them to go help Zaghalthus Wrath because you said it was hella dangerous, and now you're going deeper. So cool. Love that.
I just wanted to make sure we warned them. Yeah. I was like, I think we did, but okay.
There must be some reason why the flesh cannot take over the fungi. We're just trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That's smart.
Okay, bye, Kay. Love you. Boop.
Whoa!
He's just sitting there, just red.
We're all family.
I have a wife.
She means
He's
it's
married.
a familial term.
Kay's dating someone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Still gets flustered. He's a
princess,
flustered
right?
little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, princess.
She's a princess?
Yeah.
He has a princess bride.
Like, we're all family
Yeah.
at this
Right,
point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm married. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All
Kay
right.
still gets flustered.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's just his personality.
Let's go down.
Go down, don't look them in
Guns
the
out,
eye.
by the way. Rifle ready to go.
I'm always guns out.
I will take out my thermal knife.
As Astrid kisses her biceps. Just kidding.
Yeah, you got no mind powers. You got to rely on those.
I take out my little rapier thingy. It's pink.
Okay, and you guys start walking down, and it is quite slippery, as there is fungal growth even down in this area. So you can just kind of assume that the entire building is likely covered in this.
Yeah.
And as you go down, you notice that there are sconces, but there's no more light source in them. So, like, even if you were to grab one and try and light it, like, there's nothing to grab. There's just places where lights used to have been.
Yeah.
And you can see that there are wear patterns in the stairs as where people were going up and down frequently, especially because it's stairs. It's a direct area of travel. There's still a fungal coating everywhere, but you can see the wear pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You hear down below some movement.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
I start blasting.
The movement starts coming closer to where you guys
Oh,
are.
God.
Somebody get out a gun.
They're all out.
I got it.
Can I see anything with my low light goggles?
You look and you see that there are a few humanoid-looking creatures that are moving around down there, and they're coming toward the mouth of the stairwell.
Humanoid captain.
Are you sentient, or are you more of those fungus taking over people? We will shoot if you don't respond.
You see them stop and just stand on either side of the doorway when you say if you don't respond. Their body language communicates to you that they heard and they are stopping moving.
What if they recognize us as fungi people too?
They should, because that was the point of my
Right.
inability now to use any other psychic powers. So
They didn't-
hopefully.
But they didn't speak, right? No.
Mm-mm.
Are we able to communicate with them anyway?
I volunteer the captain to go forward.
I second.
Do we have a stick?
I mean, here, use my lightsaber.
Oh, thanks. Meow. The force is strong. With this one.
It is.
You only saw two, Kamala?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, can I use my authority on them? Are they sentient enough to do that?
You could try.
I'm going to try. I can, for level 1, well, level 2 is something different.
Yep.
But level 1 is just make a request. My charisma lead versus their morale.
Sure. You roll a charisma lead.
Cool.
Oh.
That's
a good roll.
11 plus my lead.
Hot
So
dice.
that's a 13 plus my charisma is a 15.
What are you trying to communicate to them with the authority?
With my authority, I want them to show themselves and then guide us to treasure.
Okay, so you're commanding this. They like you say it essentially.
Yeah.
And they step away from the doorway, basically just giving you all space to come down.
Cool. They're friendly, guys.
All right,
Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
well,
We should
that's-
put all of our trust in them. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. And I emerge through the doorway.
There's immediately a difference that you notice when you come down into this area. It is a very tight, long hallway instead of these very large open rooms like you were seeing before. And the two creatures that are standing in front of you are not, or they do not look like, that they are possessed other sentience. These are fully fungal beings.
Oh.
That's kind of terrifying.
They just have kind of curtainous flaps of flesh that are hanging down off of their many limbs. They are trudging kind of bipedally, but it doesn't look like they're even all that uniform to each other. You can see that they have different color to them, but they're very slow is what you're noticing about them. And they're nothing like the fast fighting aggressive things that you saw in the canopy or the huge creature that was reaching out. They're not acting aggressive, and they don't look like the things that were aggressive toward you.
Okay. But they haven't spoken or done anything like that. Kamala or Astrid, you can't get a feel for them thing because you're maxed out, right?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
There's some stuff that you have that you've mastered where you don't spend effort to use them anymore.
I'm going to stand next to one.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have like a translator app on your compad?
I have something better.
Oh.
I'm going to poke them.
I have something better. I'm going to poke him. So, Kamala, you go to stand next to one as like Astrid's trying to figure out if she wants to engage with these in any way. And you stand next to one. I'm assuming you're going to poke it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up like with a
I'm
finger?
a tree person. So I'm like, okay, I
So,
see you.
at the instant, and you are an assassin and you're very observant, the instant you start to move towards poking them, the spot you were thinking about poking forms these little wispy, tiny, fibrous little tendrils that kind of start reaching towards the area you were going to poke.
Nope.
You're going to back away from
Yep.
that?
Yeah. Just want to see what they would do.
And they retract.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. So they put up like a defense, but they're pokey, you said? Or they're just
no,
like a
it's-
curtain?
It's almost like, have you ever seen, what do they call it? Dragon's beard candy. So it's taffy that you keep pulling and then dunking in like starch, and then you wrap it on itself and pull. And within like 10 pulls or something like that, you have a million single little fibers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. That looks
is
cool.
mildly horrifying.
So-
okay.
That little spot, and it's a little spot. It's almost like it knew exactly the size of your talon that was going to touch it there. Only that spot erupts with the little dragon's beard fibers.
So my telepathic contact, even with my facile mind, I have to commit effort for the scene,
Oh, but you get it back.
but I get it back.
Okay, so you would have to
I would
torch
have
to be able
drop
to do it.
or I'd have to torch.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah.
No.
But I mean, I have enough effort to torch. Like not effort. Stamina. No, system strain.
Just remember, I think it's every time you torch, you have to roll, and if you fail that roll, you take like damage.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we'll
don't remember
skip
that.
and
Okay.
save our stuff for when we try to escape later because we're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff.
When the captain special occurs.
yeah.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea.
Okay, so
All right.
Kamala confirmed we cannot touch these things.
I would not try to, but they do not seem to be aggressive like the other ones.
Okay.
I do not know what it would do to our biology, so I am going to refrain from touching it.
So yeah, you guys start trudging down this hallway. They're glacially slow. They are so slow. You even see that they get like distracted as they're walking down the hallway, and there's plenty of those like hanging things that are down here too.
Like the
And-
sacks.
Yeah, the like hanging
Gross.
sacks are down here. And then on the wall there's these other like protrusions that you see those like tendrils reach out and kind of brush against every once in a while. It's just very slow, very airy. They almost look like they're floating when they do this. Like not their whole body, but the things that are reaching out and touching people are very floaty. But you feel like there's no air current down here. It's just so stale.
Yeah. We have oxygen though on our things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so they're not responding. We're in a tight hallway going down. Can't touch them. No. I don't want to touch the walls or anything. I feel like that'd be a bad move.
You are touching the floor, which is covered in fungus.
Okay, but it's not like attaching to us or in
Yep.
any kind of way?
I mean, Hyacinth mentioned that it felt real goopy, like you're like wading through this
Yeah.
soft fungal loam.
Kind of cool.
Gross.
What's your opinion on that? We got cool, we got gross.
Squishy.
Accurate.
Do we have any samples of the flesh mass on our person?
No way,
I don't
not
think
on your
so.
person. I think you locked all of the flesh mass samples in your luxury quarters
Yeah.
because there was a rip in the outside of the hull.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
yes, yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. And that was trying to get in constantly.
Do we have anything to take a sample of these mushrooms? Does anybody have anything?
I have a vial right here.
Oh, fantastic. Could you just scoop a little bit from, let's just say the sack. See if
Oh.
you can.
Let's have, I forgot he existed, Hung Tui.
Hung Tui.
Because he's got that little robot survey droid.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Hung Tui, does your robot have any ability to collect samples?
I believe it does, yeah.
We should grab a couple of samples from the lumps because I think they have spores in them and we might be able to cultivate it to get rid of the flesh mass on the ship.
That's a good idea. I'll have it do that, yes.
Yay.
And as you're walking by, you see the little robot frilled lizard crawl up his shoulders. And as you brush against these things that you're walking by, it takes in, it basically just like bites onto it and like grabs a chunk.
Yeah.
Gross.
Cool. Is there any reaction from the two guys?
You notice that they're not paying attention to it, but when you're watching it do this, because you were probably pretty nervous the first time it did, you see that the bioluminescence around where the little AI helper bit down, it almost like has a pseudo blood. Like the luminescence makes itself appear to be red or wounded before it fades to regular luminescence again.
Got it.
And
And they
it's
don't
very
react
dim
to
down
it?
here. They don't react, but you notice that these little dangling fungi, they have a reaction to a piece of them being taken.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, at the very least, if we don't walk away from here with a really cool ancient sword, we have a sample of the mushroom that's repelling the thing. And this is like grade A mushroom.
I hope we do
Straight from
not
the sack.
have to destroy the planet.
I
It's
mean,
going.
it's in the flesh mass. Or in the Terran.
It's currently being broken apart.
I can only imagine that if we can destroy the Terran, this thing is going to go with it.
That's sad.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I mean, it's fungus. It might. I don't know.
Maybe
Kamala looks at you and it is just like glaring because she's part tree, like she's part plant. So like
Yeah, well, I'm saying like it'll probably be all right.
I wonder if we took like a large enough piece with us, if once the Terran was destroyed, we could find a like I don't know uninhabited planet or something like that,
We could put it on the AI
and
planet.
give the. I'm gonna ignore that, and we could give the fungus a new planet to inhabit, and if it would be able to expand and
Yes.
like recreate its. Oh, now you're pointing not to the AI planet. Now you're pointing to the poor Noloyan.
That is the AI planet.
Oh well, I mean it's gonna be.
That's the one we
Yeah.
gave the AI. We gave the AI that planet.
Mhm.
Children of the Spine, giving a hive mind new homes.
I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
The same home though. It's
It's all the same. We only have one home to give.
okay. No, that's a good idea there, Astrid. Yeah, we'll try and cultivate it on a larger scale so that Kamala doesn't cry about being nature, and then we'll figure it out.
Do they not also deserve to exist?
They're not speaking.
Okay, but just because they don't speak doesn't mean that they can't feel and think and communicate in various ways.
Kamala, roll a no.
Oh.
Ooh.
I can reroll once per scene.
Yeah!
That's better. 9.
You would have a feeling because you've been watching what they're doing intently, and you went to go poke one and it reached out to you, and you're being very cautious about it. So you're observing everything that's happening as they're going by. You have a feeling that there is a form of communication that is attempting to be had right now, at the very least from when the little AI helper takes samples from the hanging bits and the bioluminescence changing. That down here is very dark. You don't know why they would need to react with bioluminescence.
That makes sense. Okay. I'm going to try and poke it again. Just like a physical connection, because maybe if they can't speak, they can communicate if they interact with me.
Worst case scenario, I can always torch and see if we can
No.
get it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to go and poke one of the guides again?
Yeah, because like they're leading us somewhere. They're also taking forever, so Kamala's bored.
The real reason comes out.
Before you do that, let's be really careful. They're going really slow.
Yeah.
And they're also not necessarily like wading through this thing like we are.
Probably.
So every step that we take, let's just make sure it's solid ground and there's not going to be like some pitfall that we fall into.
Okay.
So moving cautiously.
Right. We're already going slow, which I think helps us in let's just also be really careful about each step we take.
So
Fair enough.
quick time thing that happens is you're telling everybody to be a little bit more high alert than they are. Kamala's already high alert, so she's focused on the thing that she's doing. You guys are now like, oh yeah, we should pay attention to this. And you turn around to make sure that you're not like missing anything. Just briefly look over your shoulders. And there are two other of these beings at the other end of the long hallway trotting along behind you now.
Oh, good. We have an entourage.
And remember, this is a long, narrow hallway. So you are blocked in on both ends by these things. And Kamala, you start reaching out. I'm assuming you like take off your glove or something if you're assuming that it's connection at this point.
Yeah.
We'll say that, you know, these suits are advanced. These are like Terran suits. They're old Terran suits. So you take it off and it like reseals around your wrist so that there's no like leaks into your suit in any way.
Cool.
And you reach out and immediately that dragon's beard fungal tendrils start going out. And you see, now that you don't recoil immediately, you notice that they get to a certain length and they kind of twist a little bit and then stop. It's almost like it made like a cone to receive your finger. Stop it!
You're going to finger the fungus, I take it.
Stick it deep in there.
I hate you both. Okay. Cool. I touched my talon to it. Whatever.
So you touch your
YOLO.
talon to it, and the tendrils immediately start reacting, and you see them reach into your body. Like, you don't feel it because they're so thin. This is so precision, but you can see that they're actually physically connecting to your finger. And it's interesting because you can tell what parts of your DNA Astrid has moved to be fungus. Like, this is the first time you're taking off your glove and looking at your skin after Astrid has done this. And you can see these like lichenous veins that are all over your bark that normally aren't there. You normally just have this hard, sturdy bark, but you have a lichen covering it now. And the tendrils are traveling through the lichen, and it's not just traveling through the lichen. You see that that's where it starts, and then it starts trying to connect to your regular plant matter that is part of your body. Are you allowing it to do so?
Yep.
Deeper.
There is a weird feeling that you get, and for like a moment you feel like you did when you guys were in a coma under the Great Willow.
Yep.
Just a hot second of out-of-body experience, the fastest little second when it does that, and then it peels back off.
Yep. I was thinking because in my religion, the willow connects to everything in the afterlife, and fungi are connected to everything on a planet. So I was like, okay, if I connect with them, maybe there's some shared ground there. Looks like they didn't kill me though, so that's cool.
Yeah.
and that's the end of that little communication. You see the dragon's beard tendrils go back in.
I love them.
But it gives you this tiny blip of something that almost feels like comforting.
I love them, and I would die for them. Okay.
What happened, Kamala?
They remind me of our species. They are connected as well. They don't mean us any harm yet.
Are you sure?
Yet.
How in what way did they connect?
It's hard to explain, but they touched my roots, if that works, if that makes sense. You heard Jonathan's explanation. I don't have to say it again.
Jonathan's like fucking laughing over here, too.
Because he's got fully slanted facial features.
He has his shit-eating grin face on, yeah.
Well, I guess my only concern with that is if it showed you a comforting image under the willow.
Oh, it wasn't even an image. This was like the hottest flash of a feeling.
Yeah. Wouldn't that mean death?
Well, yes, but that's not bad.
Yes, it is.
Wait, Mohan. So I think the thing that we, as not following this religion, are missing is that, like, yes, you join the willow when you die, but you also become part of that interconnectedness.
Right.
I think That's the feeling she was getting. Not so much the death, but that feeling of like interconnection with the world from them. Meaning, I think that all of this fungus is one entity. I think all of this fungus is connected
and
in some specific way. So they don't need to have a means to communicate because they're essentially a hive mind.
Yeah.
Just like the AI, which
As long
might
as-
prove a problem for us.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't kill us.
One thing that you notice as you guys are chatting about this and going ever so slowly, there's been a few instances where you can see into other pockets, almost like small, very small tunnels, like maybe some sort of version of these fungal beings can fit through it, or maybe they can do something to their body to fit through it. There's just very small little spaces that you can see through. And you notice that there's a bunch of these guys just kind of sitting against walls, moping around inside of different rooms, or you start seeing that there's a bunch of different hallways, and not all of them are as uniform. It looks like this one that you're walking through right now is only uniform because it's part of some sort of structure. But there's other tunnels outside of this structure that you're starting to notice. And inside you see some of these slow-moving guys. It looks like they're doing something intentionally, but a good amount of them look like they're not really doing much of anything. They don't really look like they're asleep. They don't look like they're just not working is what they're doing. You can kind of assume that the ones that are following you, the ones you're following, and some of these other mobile ones are actively doing tasks, but there is a huge portion of them that are not.
They're vibing.
Yeah, just chilling.
They're vibing.
I'm imagining that they look like after you do in Ocarina of Time, go forward in time and everyone's a zombie.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine they look like.
I think that would be more accurate for the ones above on the surface.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're terrifying.
The surface ones, that's a pretty accurate description.
Yeah.
This is going to be really specific, but you know in Avatar, The Last Airbender, when they're in the swamp fighting the swamp people and he uses like the vines to make that creature? I'm envisioning a small...
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been envisioning too, as a small swamp creature. Yeah. Just like viney, fungal. Yeah.
Yeah.
The scary ones up top are what Luis just said. The ones down below are what Laura just said.
No, they all look like toads down below.
Why?
Oh my God.
They're mushroom people.
Okay, I see Mario Toad, not like
Yeah.
an actual toad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's
Mario
a difference.
toad.
You said toads, and I...
Oh my God, look, the end of the hallway. We made
I
it.
just did my spiraling handshake. You guys end up making it down to this area that opens up into a small room, and these ones that were leading you end up walking out to the sides. They seem like they're leaving you because they split and they continue doing what they're doing. You notice them go into some of these other tunnels that lead further down, etc.
Goodbye, friends.
You see the slightest hint of the bioluminescence on them change as you say goodbye. It's
that's nice.
tiny. Everything that they do is so understated. And they split off, and you're left in this room that has a giant altar in it. It's not like a tall altar. It's giant as in like it fills most of the room, but it's clear that it's an altar.
Yeah.
And you can see these other cutouts where there are other of these fungal creatures walking upstairs, walking down other hallways. This whole room is kind of like a cross section that you can see through many of the different pathways that these things walk.
Yeah.
And in here is mostly these stagnant ones. They're kind of like off to the side. None of them are on the altar area. The altar area is clear. The altar area also doesn't have any fungus on it.
Oh.
Suspicious.
Yeah. I'm going to just like notice and like really take a look at it. See if there's any words on it. Things like that. Like read along. Another 15. No,
geez.
This is 11 plus my notice is 12, 13. Do I add anything to it?
I don't
No.
think so.
I think you're fine when you hit above 12.
Yeah.
You can, in fact, stop counting when you get above 12.
13.
So Mohan walks up to this thing, and you start like, do you like put your hands on it or anything, or are you just looking at it?
No, so we have in front of us an altar, small. It's a smallish altar that doesn't have any mushrooms on it.
No,
It's
gigantic.
giant. It's a giant,
altar that
Huge.
doesn't
Yes.
have any mushrooms on it.
Yes.
Shape-wise, is it like a big slab of concrete that looks like something you would like lay on top of it? Is it like a coffin?
It's a
it
slab of
round?
something, and it doesn't feel like the normal. That's why I was asking if you put your hand on it. There's a smoothness to it that doesn't feel like the degrading ancient old rock. The something else that you notice is that as you're, getting more accustomed to this area, because as you keep getting down further, it's just darker and darker. And you have your little glow bug that you kind of hold out as you're touching it. And it's this pristinely smooth surface. And you notice that there's an edge to it, and you follow the edge around a little bit, and it's just a hexagon.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of touch along like the edges, see if I feel any like etchings or engravings that might spell out a word.
So you're feeling for etchings and engravings, and you do end up finding just like the slightest indents. It's almost like not even perceptible because of how glossy this surface is.
Yeah.
But you feel just a tiny, tiny little rough spot as you're going. It's not even rough. It's just a difference in elevation almost as you're running your hand over it.
What does it say?
Oh, there's no words.
Oh.
It's lines. There's some amount of line that you can't tell. But with your 13, we'll say that you feel that, and you get low on the table, so it's at your eye level, and you can see that there's the tiniest little channel, like a little cutout on the surface that goes pretty far down before you see like it turns off in a different way.
I feel like this thing is for blood sacrifices.
Maybe we should give it a little droplet. See what happens.
Who do we have around us that we can blood sacrifice? Rasmus.
Hey!
I was gonna say we could just give someone a little pinprick and see what happens.
True.
Doesn't have to be like full on.
All right.
I don't want a mutiny, but I'm not giving up any of my blood.
I'm going to
Y'all
crawl
can
on this
fuck
thing.
off with that shit. That
Okay,
sounds
wait.
like a bad idea.
We could so we have Hung with us, right?
Hung Tui.
We're going to
Hungry?
sacrifice
No. I was gonna say because he is one of the Kalima, right? So he probably has a better visual than the rest of us right now because he's used to this low.
Because he has
light.
no eyes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I forgot that it was no eyes.
However, I think you're not on a terrible track here because you know that the Kalima exclusively interface with information tactily.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to jump in quick to invite you all to join our Discord community. If you want to hang out with us and other fans, go to bit.ly/failedcrits. That's bit.ly/failedcrits, all lowercase. You can also find the normal discord.gg link in all of our show notes. Looking forward to seeing some of you there. And now, back to the show.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe he can pick up on something that we might miss.
Hung Tui, you're up.
Take a look, bud. Figuratively.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to send out the little AI bot to scramble around too. And you see him just start feeling around on the edge, and he starts following the lines, and he just full on gets up onto the altar as he's following the lines as the little guy is scanning. And you see that at some points he ends up making like this tap, almost like he's feeling, then he taps, and then he continues feeling and makes a tap. And he comes back, and Mohan have a roll for him.
What do you want me to roll? Notice or?
He's basically rolling a no or a notice.
Oh, okay. Hori. I can reroll once per scene.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Okay.
8, okay. He comes back and he's like, this is...
The story of a girl.
God damn it.
I think this is an astrological chart of sorts.
Oh. It's better than what I was assuming.
Yeah, I don't know what kind, though, because I'm not very well versed with the stars.
If only Kay was here.
Are we able to take an image, like a photo of this? Because we could also send it over to Mother Doria, because she had the big map of stars. Does that map relate to this one?
Question. Could he, like, draw it on a piece of paper?
Yes, I believe I could draw it on a piece of paper.
If you drew it out, we could see if either Kay or Mother Doria recognize anything about it. Like, we could send it as, like, a little message.
Mother Doria is on the AGF, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
But I mean,
hoping
like,
we
if she
can,
could identify it, that could give us some clue.
if we can somehow get a message out there, also tell them.
right.
Yeah, we do have to get out of this tower.
That's what
which
I was
we have
getting
gone
at.
further into.
Or
You're right.
not even out of the tower. Mother Doria, you cannot communicate with her
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's...
on
You're
the
right.
AGF.
We're just
We
we're
are
being
in the
real
blob.
hopeful.
Yeah.
You're being optimistic.
We can give it
Hope.
to Kay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who can
Yeah.
look at it.
Kay, who has studied the stars.
Yes.
Yes.
But is this the treasure that Fungus Guy led us to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a map of some kind.
And we got a sample so we can save the fungi people.
Yeah, and then maybe
Person?
they can recreate all this. That would be cool. And we can figure it out then.
Yeah. I take a photo of the altar with the flash on.
There you go.
Okay. You take a photo of the altar with the flash on.
And the Hung Tui can draw it. But, just in case.
Did anything happen? The fungus didn't like that?
So you take a photo with the flash on and you go to look at it, confirm that you can actually see any of these engravings. And they are very faint, but you have a feeling that if you compare it versus Hung Tui's map that he'll be able to create for you, you should be able to figure it out. And as you're looking to make sure that you have the whole width of this thing, because it's huge, again, you notice that there is a blur in the top of the screen.
I just immediately point my gun at it.
You whip around, you put your gun up to the ceiling. Everybody else, you see her do this, and there's an immediate movement in the room as all of the lazing about vibing creatures move almost instantaneously, like not slow in any way. It looks like they almost phased because they were laying down and now they're all completely standing up. You couldn't register any movement between them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all standing up and they're all taking on a more aggressive stance at this point.
Oh, good.
And Kamala, you are pointing what you see up on the ceiling, the fungus that is on the top of this large dome underground that is hanging directly above the map altar starts expanding almost and there are large tendrils popping out of every corner of it, and they're not wispy like the dragon hairs. And you just see as this fungus continues to drop down and expand, and it almost starts to look like it's taking some form of shape as it twists in a whole bunch of different directions, becoming more limb-like than being a blob. Do you do anything?
I think a Dark Souls boss health bar just appeared. So,
Put your gun down.
yeah, you're right. I'm gonna keep it ready, but I'm gonna point it at the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark Souls boss health bar just fades away as this thing starts untwirling and resuming a more round shape than this rigid, spiky formed shape.
Fuck was that?
But it does continue to lower down
Oh my
directly
God.
above the center of this large altar. And in the direction that you are, you see another area start to do that twist and solidifying that you were seeing the entire thing do. And a more recognizable image pops up in front of you as slowly twisting and contorting, it creates your face.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
I get it. I get what's happening here.
Guys.
Which one's the real Kamala?
I mean, we know which one's the real Kamala.
I can't tell. They're identical.
One's just a head.
I can't speak. So it's using my face. Okay, I'm gonna put my face in it.
You're gonna put your face in it? Don't do that.
Okay, I'm gonna
Shove
touch
your face into it.
I touch my claw to it.
You start to reach out your claw, and it does the same dragon's beard, but it comes out from around the entire face that it's made, and it's much faster, much larger. It almost looks like a lion's mane erupts out as you go to touch it.
Okay. I don't back off. Yeah. I let
Okay,
it-
you touch it. The feeling of the willow that you got last time, that was a brief hot flash, you feel your mind go blank.
Uh-oh.
Everybody else All you see is that she's reaching out with a talon to touch it, and it just spirals around her whole forearm, and
Oh,
Kamala's
boy.
eyes go glossy.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to grab Kamala
Uh-oh.
and like kind of pull her.
And
away.
as you start pulling, you see all of the lazy fungi just bolt upright
Oh,
again.
God, not again.
JK, I'm going to push her into it.
Oh, my God.
A tuber's hey.
Oops. Yeah, I pushed.
Kamala,
That wasn't working.
you were blank for a moment. You feel existential shove on your back before everything gets really cold. And your eyes open and you are in front of the Great Willow
sweet
again.
Jesus.
Oh, you're dead. You died again.
Well, okay.
And there's no crazy spiral. There's no, you don't have to walk through the forest of the old Sude trees. You are just there in front of the Great Willow.
I instantly prostrate myself. Like immediately start like putting my claws in the dirt and like just bowing a little bit.
When your claws are in the dirt and you're bowing, you notice that there is not the large egg that you had seen before. This is a more pure version of the Great Willow's home. You notice that there's not the Terran above pulling on it, and this is a moment where you can be with the Great Willow the way that you are intended to as a Sude, not the perverted way that was being pulled at your psyche by both the egg, the dragon, the Drac, and the Terran fighting over it. It is just you and the Willow.
Is it my time?
Is it your time?
Am I supposed to be here? I don't feel... It doesn't feel... I feel still alive. It doesn't feel right.
Why do you keep coming back? I have not called you yet.
I know. I don't mean to come here and be ripped away. I don't mean to do that, Great Willow, but extreme circumstances. Are you in this fungus? Is this part of you?
I do not know of the worldly thing you are speaking. I am above the world.
Of course, of course.
Fungus are a way that trees communicate. Yes.
Great Willow, do you know how we can fight this flesh?
What flesh do you speak of, child?
The one that I saw grabbing you from above before, unless that was just a vision. But it threatens everyone, all Sude. I know this is our final home, but it can't be everyone's time yet.
But it was someone's time. What did you see the last time you saw me?
The flesh mass, which we call the Terran, pulling you, and a large dragon egg in your core?
The branches of the willow sag and brush over you.
I look up.
And you look up, see the willow. It is just huge. It is all you can see, and you are under the canopy of the willow. Something that you notice is different from the last time, specifically about the willow, because you've noticed that the egg isn't there, the flesh mass isn't there, but there was something else in the vision that you saw last time you were at the willow, and it was what you may have viewed as fruit. I forget what we called it back then. But there was a bunch of these encased things hanging from the willow, and they are also not there.
Great Willow, your fruit is gone.
I never had any fruit. Explain further what perversions you saw on me, child.
I saw these encased almost pods hanging from your tree, but they're not here anymore.
Those that you see when you imagine me are those that you believe may have been called to me, but have not. For if they were called to me, they would be trees like the other Sude.
Souls that are not Sude?
Very likely it is part of the perversion. A hint that you have seen before. Something in your psyche that is, corrupting how you viewed me in that moment.
Maybe it has to do with the children.
When you think that, you don't know how many fruit you saw, or casings or pods you saw in the willow.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably a good number close to 80, which is about the amount of other people that died on the Drak.
The children!
But if they're not Sude, that's so interesting. Great Willow, can I go back? I'm not ready yet.
I do not know how you visited me.
You didn't call me?
No.
I'm looking behind me now to see if there's anything like behind me to show anything.
When you look back, you see that the lichen that was on you, it's still on the bark of your legs, and you see it growing down into the ground just around you. It doesn't spread out any further.
Is there anything you want from me? Seeing as how you visit often.
Am I still worthy of a place in your forest? Because I'm all fucked up with like white bark and white feathers and red eyes. Like I'm not the same that I started out as.
Yeah, you've like mutated a
I've
bunch.
mutated like twice. And I mean, Kamala doesn't know this, but she probably feels like something is wrong with her because she knows from the very beginning of this game, others today, they would get rid of their feathers gradually and then keep those the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So she already knows she's messed up a little bit.
You can't damn her to hell 2 episodes before.
While those that were in these pods you saw did not belong here, it isn't unheard of that I accept others into the forest. A large part of being accepted by myself is how you view your place underneath my shade.
It is the only place I would ever want to be.
Why?
Because I am Sude. That is who...
Is that enough?
For me, yes.
I had hoped you would be greater, but this is enough.
Thank you, generous Great Willow. Head back in the sand. Dirt.
We are all one. We are all connected. Think of your place outside of these confines.
I will cherish your wisdom forever, Great Willow.
Is that all?
Anime sweat drop.
You're going to make your god angry at you.
Yeah, she's already pissed at me. I feel like... I will try to save this fungi, since we are all connected.
Till we meet again, my child.
You feel a tugging from the lichen on your feet.
And I go. I let it take me.
And this part is more traumatic than normal because it's one of the few times that you've actually connected with the willow. Whereas the previous times have been you believed you should have been there and you were imagining what you needed from the willow. This time, the fungus allowed you to actually be there. And as you get pulled under, it feels like you're dying again as you get smothered by the dirt and loam of the willow tree. And your lungs fill with the dirt as your mouth gets pulled underneath the floor. And as you do, you see again these graves that surround the willow that are not trees.
Children.
What were you doing after you pushed her in and she was gone for like 5-10 minutes?
Mohan, what have you done?
Mohan, what the fuck, man?
She needed to go on her own journey.
Yeah, how are we going to get her back?
Is she gonna come back out? We don't even know.
I think so. I feel it. I'm just sweating.
Tensions are getting higher, and these workers are not workers, but these like these slow moving things are just getting closer around you all.
Yeah.
I
And you
swear
see-
to God, Mohan, if you don't get her back...
And there's like no movement on this mass that's hanging above the altar.
Sweet
Yeah.
Jesus.
But
It's just Kamala's face.
even the face is gone.
Oh, God,
Like the
okay.
face got covered by all of the wispy tendrils, as soon as Kamala got shoved into the pod. You all are panicking. These things are getting closer. They're more like lockstep than they are meandering at this point, as tensions just keep increasing.
I'm gonna take off my glove and put a piece of blood. I'm gonna cut my finger and put blood on the altar and say, "Please return Kamala."
You're just smearing blood on this.
Bring her
and,
back.
Like, it's so smooth that the blood is kind of like hydrophobic, like the little bubbles are happening.
Geez.
That's how smooth this altar is. And you're just like wiping your little blood droplets everywhere and nothing is happening.
Dad, this isn't a blood altar. Or maybe it is. She'll be back any second now, I think.
At what point do we start trying to kill this thing and get her out of there?
We shouldn't.
I think if we attack this thing, we are not going to make it out of here.
How about this? And I turn around and I look at all the people getting close to us, the mushrooms. Could you guys please make a pathway so that we can leave?
Give me an authority roll.
10.
10.
Yeah.
You needed a 12 this time.
Oh,
because
damn.
they are in the presence of their authority, this thing that hangs over the altar.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I turn around and I ask the authority mushroom, "Hey,
Can you-
I'm not bossing you around or nothing, but could you communicate as to whether or not our friend is okay?"
We
and I
really
bow.
need her back.
I'll bow. I'll show it respect.
It is not responding to anything that you guys do.
You guys ruined it.
What happens if I touch it?
No, don't. We should stop touching this thing. It just swallowed our friend. Not my fault at all. It just happened.
No,
You
definitely not
pushed
the
her.
fault of the person who pushed her.
I think we're going to be fine. She dies all the time.
Yeah, when I can bring her back.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
she brought herself back once.
No.
Well, I don't recall.
Uh-huh.
I don't recall.
Conveniently, yours is going to be the first fungus I drop.
How dare you? I think we'll be fine. We got our map. We lost a crew member, but yeah, we're never gonna make it back. Well, no, we already got the ride coming.
We're
It's
going
fine.
to die here.
We're gonna be fine.
Without Kamala, we are going to die here.
Let's wait.
And it's all your fault.
Let's set a timer for 2 minutes. If she doesn't come out, we'll just leave.
I look at Hyacinth and go, "Can we mutiny?"
If she's not out in just a few minutes, we're gonna.
Uh-huh.
We have about until they get to us.
And then we're fucked.
Good thing they shamble.
Yeah, right?
Maybe they're not gonna hurt us. Maybe they're just gonna give us a hug or something because we lost our friend.
If anything, their hug is going to absorb us.
I'm gonna notice if they're hostile. That's a 5, 6.
You are so fucking scared of them.
Everything's
You're like, are they hostile? And you see one of them just does that quick blink step thing that where like they move into a different position without you seeing the in between of those positions, and you have to fight to not shit yourself in that moment.
No, I don't. I shit my pants. It's been really good working with you guys. But I think I'm going to devote myself to the mushroom people. So you guys can move on without me.
You can emerge whenever you'd like.
Ah, okay, good.
I feel like it just kind of opens up around me, and then I just fall to the floor.
See? I know she'd be back.
Is she okay? I run over to see if you still have a pulse or
Are you
anything.
alive? Is it still you? Oh God.
She's dead.
Dead!
You guys hear me murmuring. I'm just muttering, fetus pose, murmuring.
Oh,
Oh.
she's fine. Look, she's fine.
She is not fine.
She always acts like this.
She does not. I throw a rock or something at Mohan just as a you dumb fuck thing.
I have to catch it because I don't want it to hit a mushroom and then get us all in trouble. Okay.
I'm
Let's-
feeling Kamala to be does she have a pulse? Is she okay? Is she injured anywhere?
I'm shaking her. We gotta
What
go.
the fuck, Mohan?
We gotta go right now.
We're all connected. We're all connected.
We're all connected. We're all connected. We're all connected.
Oh God, I don't like that. That makes me very uncomfortable.
Kamala.
Kamala, are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you still shaking me?
No, I'll stop.
We're all. I'm still worthy.
I'm still worthy.
We're all
We're
connected.
all connected.
We gotta save the fungus. And we gotta get the hell out of here.
Make the fungus say, "Let us go free."
We can leave anytime.
Okay, let's go. We need to. I don't want to be here anymore.
The fungus are about to attack us. So
Yeah, and they're
either
coming, so,
all
we
us one
gotta
us.
go.
Yeah, make them all one, or we gotta get out of here.
I'm gonna take my monoblade and just like take a piece off of the big one and put it in my pocket.
Roll a connect.
You cut the thing?
Roll a connect.
Because I'm saving it. I'm taking a small piece of it. Like, we already have a sample, but we don't know.
I guess you did trauma bond with it.
Yeah, right? She did not trauma bond with it.
Can I
see
re-roll
one
this
of these as
scene?
a 1.
Have you re-rolled this scene?
I did at the very beginning. I don't know if that's still
When
the
was
same
that?
scene.
Was that in the other room?
If it was in the building at all, you cannot re-roll.
Okay, then I don't think I can.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, so that's a 3.
Woof.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. We're going to have to fight this thing.
I don't want to fight it.
Well, then we're going to be
You just
eaten
cut a
by it.
chunk off of it.
Well, no, I thought it was like, I have to save it, so
Well, maybe you should
I'll
have
take
said
it with
something to it
us.
first.
Yeah, say something before it gets mad. Well, no, you already rolled connect.
Damn it.
Everybody roll initiative.
No! No!
I got a 6.
3.
That's a 6.
Guys, we should not have come down into this basement.
I thought it was cool. I just
Death
fucked
place.
up.
We were going to
Just
die.
like that.
I simply misunderstood the assignment.
You very clearly misunderstood the assignment, Kamala. And we're in this stupid place, and we can't tell Kay to come pick us up.
He's coming. I told him to come in an hour.
Has it been an hour?
Probably. They move slow as fuck down the
That's
hallway.
true.
You're probably close enough. Okay. So you chop a piece of this thing off. There's a fungal curtain that just envelops you as one of these, we're going to call them fungal soldiers now, as one of the fungal soldiers just pops directly next to your face and just starts engulfing you in itself.
Great.
And it is going to roll to attack. 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
That hits. And that is 6 damage.
Okay.
And after the fungal soldier is Kamala, your turn.
I'm going to use my monoblade to cut out of this.
Just attack that soldier.
Yeah, because I'm like enveloped, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and cut out of it so that I can get to where they are and we can leave.
Okay, so roll to attack.
17.
17 hits.
Fuck yeah.
Deal damage.
5 damage to bust out of this cocoon.
Do you do anything else on your turn?
Please stop. I did not mean to attack you.
Roll a connect.
Oh, okay. 10, 9.
9. Mixed success. You see that as you slash through this fungal soldier, it has that red marking when you hit it. Like, it's not bleeding or anything, but it highlights the area that it got damaged red. You see that I'm calling it the fungal king in the center. The fungal king ends up,
The Kungle.
I hate it. Fungal king Kungle. You see that the fungal king, it sees this red and it makes the same motion in the direction that this thing is in. You can assume that it's making a communication here, and you try and reach out to it, and it pops your face back up again, and your face looks contorted and distraught.
Oh, dear.
And after Kamala is Astrid.
Can I, hold an action to, react, help pull Kamala out?
You can do that now. It'll just be your action.
Okay,
It'll
yeah.
be an exert roll.
Yeah, I want to try to help pull Kamala out. I don't think I have exert, so this should be fun.
It'll be exert strength.
I do have strength. Oh, okay. I have a 0 in exert, so at least it's not a negative. Whee! Oh, dear. That's a 4. I did bad.
So you reach into this thing to
I
try
did
and pull Kamala out from the slit that she just made. You notice that the dragon's beard tendrils just erupt out of that slit and start spiraling around your arm that you reached in to grab from.
Oh, good.
And after Astrid is Mohan.
Does that count for Hyacinth and Rasmus?
So your henchkeeper rules are you can make them act whenever.
Okay. Hey, Hyacinth, can you teleport all of us out of here?
Nice.
I can take 2 of us out, but that's it.
You stay, Kamala. No. Darn it. Okay, 2 of us.
I would say probably some of you guys can run.
No, it's not good.
Well, they're slow. Oh, wait, no, they're not. Not when they don't want to be.
Okay, then no, we shouldn't leave half the crew down here because that'd be bad. I could have Rasmus start blasting. Kamala, do you think you'll connect with this thing, or should we start blasting?
I think we should start running.
Okay, I need Rasmus to mow down all these mushrooms, clear a path for us because we're running. And Rasmus's attack is
It's not going to reason with me after this.
Nope.
Basic attack plus 14 hit, 3d8, force any ally to hit or attack. Okay. Come on, plus 14 to hit. 7, so 21. Whoops.
That hits.
And the damage is 3d8 plus 4 damage. 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. And he's just all next to the doorway so that we can get out of here.
Yep, so he's blasting the one by the doorway. Get out of my way! And it takes 15 damage and is still there. You see that as it gets shot, parts of it get ripped off, but it's almost the parts they get pushed out of it and hits the back wall of fungus, and that back wall of fungus begins outreaching back into it. And now it's like partially connected by all of the bullet holes to the room. Is that all you're doing on your turn, Mohan? Just Rasmus?
No, I'll also try and so it's Astrid is grabbing Kamala, but now they're both enclosed in like mushroom.
Yep.
Yeah, because I fucked up too.
Well, Astrid's arm is grabbed. Kamala is surrounded by it.
I don't think I can help you guys. I'm gonna leave.
Teleport.
No.
Teleport
No.
out of here.
Do I have anything to create fire? I think so.
It is so wet down here.
So instead, I am going to try and connect with the mushroom.
Okay.
Mushroom, all we want to do is leave. Please let us leave. 8.
You see that a version of your face forms on the fungal king and looks distraught and angry.
Yes, that is how I feel.
I think
That's
how
all you
it
get.
Yeah, I
feels.
know.
Do you want to do anything with Hyacinth, or do you want to save her for some time else? Because the round is not over yet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to save her.
After that is the other group of fungal soldiers. This one is the one that is blocking the doorway. They're going to continue to do that, and they're going to attack Rasmus because he reached out at them. That is 23 to hit.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My armor class is a 15.
Yep. So that hits. So that is 7 damage. As you see the connections that it made with the wall almost like spear straight through their body. So like they connected when they got hit, and now it's just growing straight out in these big fungal spikes, and they just slam into Rasmus.
Oh, Rasmus, why don't you dodge?
What? This happened in like an instant, man!
I hope that didn't hurt too
Oh
much.
dear.
Thanks, I guess! Fucking kill him! And after the ones by the door are other ones that are around the altar.
There's so many.
They're going to attack
Yeah, we
Kamala.
fucked up.
So they're just going to try and pile on and like reseal the hole that was made here. That is an 8. That is going to miss. But you see that they do start grouping up, and that you see them start expanding, almost like it gets really thin, but it's like stretching around them as they become almost kites, I guess.
dear.
The fungal soldiers around are kind of becoming kite-like as they're getting ready to envelop, and it looks like they're getting big enough that they could probably try and envelop Astrid in this as well,
Crap.
since she's being grabbed. And after them is the quote-unquote fungal king in the center. You feel that the whole area starts moving. Like you feel that it's very hard to stand upright right now as you realize that the entire area is covered in fungus, and all of this fungus is the fungal king. So you guys are all going to fall to the ground unless you do a, evasion save.
Nat 20.
Woo!
So you are still upright.
A 17. I'm upright.
You're upright.
I got a 3.
Hyacinth.
I is down.
Hyacinth is still up. Rasmus is still up. Hung Tui is still up.
So Astrid's the only one who fell flat on her face.
You fell?
So you don't fall flat on your face. It almost envelops you from the bottom up.
Oh, God.
At this point, so like it has your arm, and you have instability in your legs, and you start to fall. And as you start to fall, it's almost like the fungus catches you, but then it starts wrapping around you more rapidly than you thought it would.
Gross.
Anybody who is more contact than standing with any fungus is going to take damage. That's 14 damage to anyone who is currently engaged with the
Fuck
fungus.
me.
Ooh, that's rough.
Dang, okay.
Ouchie wawa.
And on the last part of the fungal king's turn, you notice that it starts making this, if it's like a big punching bag that's hanging from the ceiling, it starts having these branches coming off of it. And you notice that it's forming a web over the altar. And at the top of the round is the fungal soldier that is enveloping Kamala and has a grip on Astrid. It's going to, let's see who it attacks. It's going to roll. Odds are Kamala, evens are Astrid. Evens, so it's going to try and fully absorb Astrid now that she's been knocked off balance.
Good. Love it.
That is another 23.
Definitely hits.
Wow.
And that is 15 damage.
I'm still up. Not by much.
And then after the fungal soldier is Kamala.
The fungal king's face is right in front of me,
Yep.
like around us. Okay. We're all connected. Kamala takes out her vial of hush and blows it in its face, if that's possible.
Hush is the one that, what does it do?
It's like a knockout thing.
Okay.
Technically, you can like command. It makes you very susceptible to like commands.
Right. It's almost like the truth serum and you remember nothing afterwards, then you kind of have to like follow what people do.
And it makes you like really sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spray the vial of hush in its face. I guess I'm going to roll to see how effective that is to it. Unless you have like specific rules that you want to roll here.
It says 1 hour for duration plus heal roll. I think that's just for how long it lasts.
Oh, okay. So if you roll your heal, that's how...
I mean, it says I need Astrid to do it.
Oh, so it
But,
probably
like,
is roll heal to do it.
to
So you can still roll
administer.
heal.
Okay. That's a 3.
Yep. Okay. So you rolled your heal to be able to administer hush for an hour, and you're doing it kind of rushed. And I think that narratively makes sense that you spray your hush all over it and you expect it to make it more drowsy. And you see when it hits the fungal king, it has a quick moment of the bioluminescence just like doing a bunch of things. And then it eventually just does a pulse, and you see it is completely back to the liveliness that it was before. You confused it for a second with what you were doing. It calculated what happened to it, and it repelled it.
Damn it. Please, we can help. We're trying to defeat the thing that's fighting you. The flesh. That's what I mean, but...
That's fine. You're panicked. You're in battle. So roll a connect.
I believe in you. Come on.
Oh, that's a 6.
That's a failure.
Yep.
It
Oh boy.
makes like a little scene on itself that's very clearly, you are fighting me. And
Make one mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a pretty big one.
And it is Astrid's turn. Astrid, you are also inside of the fungus with
Yep.
Kamala.
Surrender. Surrender.
Never
do
give
it.
up. Never surrender.
No, surrender. Do that. I think that's what it wants.
Okay, so I am going to torch
Oh,
so that I can use a telepathic contact to try and show this thing the flesh mass and the fact that it's enveloped by the flesh mass, and that in all likelihood this planet will be destroyed, so we're trying to preserve some of it and to take it to a new home.
torching. Psychics can push past their limits by torching, intentionally ignoring safety protocols and neural refractory periods to channel MES energy beyond their normal capacity. For untrained MES subjects, all their power use qualifies as torching. Torching is an instant action that can be performed once per round. It provides a free point of effort that lasts for the rest of the scene, even if the point puts a psychic over the maximum allowed. Every time a psychic torches, however, they have to roll on the torch table below. Roll a d6.
It's a 4.
Lose 1 constitution score.
Oh. Okay. So my 15 becomes what, 14 now?
A 14.
Okay. That wasn't great. I thought it was just going to affect my system strain. Not...
Nope.
Okay.
If you roar, so for the listener, since this is like one of the only times we've ever
Jesus.
torched, if she rolled a 1 or a 2, she would lose a point of wisdom.
Oh.
If your wisdom is 3 or less, you go feral.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay, well, I did that, so there's no going back. But I now have another point of effort for this scene, and I'm going to try and establish that telepathic contact.
And you're specifically, what were you trying to tell them?
I was basically trying to tell them that this planet is going to be destroyed no matter what.
Yep.
And that the only reason Kamala took that piece is because we want to move them to a new place to be.
Exactly.
To continue to
Yep.
grow.
Roll a connect.
Oh, please.
Could it be telepathy?
I will let you add your telepathy.
Okay. 8.
Mixed success.
Shit.
The fungal king in the center over the altar starts doing that aggressive thing that it was doing before, where it spirals itself into many tight shapes. It's no longer like round and bulbous, and it gets right in your face, Astrid, as it like peels back the soldier that is surrounding you, and it almost has like these spears. It kind of looks spider-like as
Oh,
it's
God.
or even more accurately, it almost looks like a scorpion if it was like hanging from its tail off of the ceiling.
Blech.
And it
I don't
reaches
like
in
that.
with these extremely pointed spears that then just open up the area that you're in. Not like forcefully. It's almost like it touches the fungus and the fungus knows to retract enough to allow it in. And it pulls its spears around you, putting you in a cage that could Iron Maiden you at any moment.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do anything with it.
Okay.
And you see it's doing that contorting thing like it does when it makes a face, but it isn't settling on anything.
Okay.
And that's what happens when you do that connection with it. Remember, it's a mixed success. It wasn't a failure.
Yeah. No, but that's still horrifying, to be completely
Do you
honest.
communicate to anybody else what you think it's trying to tell you at this point?
Guys, I almost think it just wants to go down with the Terran because it's clearly resisting all of our efforts to explain why we want to, like, preserve it. I don't know what else to do.
We just aren't speaking its language.
I mean, clearly.
I will tell you, it did nothing to you.
No,
Yeah.
I know. It didn't hurt me. It's just prepared to. I don't know.
Let's just
If I do
surrender.
something stupid, maybe surrender. Yeah, stop fighting.
Yeah.
Say,
Be
Fear.
not antagonistic. Rasmus, come on. Why'd you shoot it?
Mohan.
The fuck, boss?
I think in the little thing I say I don't want to hurt you and just kind of I put my rapier thing in its holster thingy.
Okay, you
And
will
just
take
kinda
a
go-
full action to take that out again.
Yes, that's fine.
Yep.
Yep,
I'm just
I've made a
allowing you, I'm
commitment.
just letting you know you're committing to nonviolence here because
I am.
you're going to basically have 2 turns of vulnerability.
And I have 8 health, so that should end well for me.
Oh. Okay. I feel like I'm changing my
Me-
strategy here.
I think Hyacinth should start teleporting us out of here.
Yeah.
After Astrid is Mohan.
Oh dear.
Okay. Hyacinth can only teleport 1 time with people. She can bring 2 people, right? That's what you said?
Yeah. No. She, herself, and 1 other person. Basically, the way her thing works is her rift reduplication. If she is moving, she can teleport somewhere and teleport back. If she's taking someone, she can only teleport out.
Yeah. How much time has passed since we asked Kay for the ride?
We can say that the walk was like 45 minutes-ish.
So it'll be here soon.
And like your exploring and looking at things was like 45 minutes. But in combat, each round is 6 seconds. It's been 12 seconds since you first like
Right.
engaged.
So like he would have waited an hour, been like, hey, they're not back yet. I should probably get this acting gear. So he'll probably show up soon-ish, but he also has no way to get down to where we are.
Right, because we are 3 levels below the surface.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have the surface, then we have the underground, and then we went below that even further. I don't ever have any weapons besides my knife. So I'm going to have Rasmus, stand down but keep your weapon ready. Hyacinth, get ready to teleport Astrid away because she's gonna die any second now.
I'm
And-
squishy.
I'm gonna put my hands up and say, sorry, Fungus King. We just want to leave and kill the Terran.
Roll a connect.
Yeah, you're the talkie boy. Maybe
I
it'll
love
work.
Takis. Why'd you curse me?
Did you just roll snake eyes?
Yes.
Why'd you do that to me? I rolled a 3.
Because it's now in this upside down scorpion form. Do you see that face that is having a hard time choosing what it wants to look like that was staring at Astrid moves down the spine of this thing and repositions that spot that is conflicted to face you. And as it's trying to do that, it makes a flash of color. And you see that the next fungal soldier, the ones that were by the door, immediately step forward and go to attack you, Mohan.
Oh, good.
Gosh darn it.
20-minute adventure.
See what you get us into.
That's a nat 20.
Oh.
Gosh darn it. Not unless I teleport out of here first. See ya, suckers.
You guys just leave.
That's 14 damage.
Okay. There's no skin off my back now.
Remember, every time you go down 40 HP, you have to choose a henchman that is down.
So I have 12 left until a henchman goes down.
And after that one, the one that tried to join the attack on Kamala and Astrid, odds were Kamala, evens or Astrid.
I think so, yeah.
Evens or Astrid. 19.
Guess what? My AC is a 20, bitch.
Oh!
Because I have that Ironhide thing.
Yeah, so this one goes to get you and like it tries to, but it can't quite get past the fungal king, and like the spot that it does get through, you're able to really smack it down before it hits you.
And I just say, that was rude.
And then after them is the fungal king, so everyone do a evasion save as it shakes the entire interior of this building again.
Not 20 again.
16. I made it.
I got a 9. I did it.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Okay, Hyacinth is okay. Rasmus?
It might be a
Rasmus is
6.
okay.
Either way, I did it. My
Hung Tui?
evasion requirement is a 5.
Hung Tui's okay. I thought that was a 1 for a second, but it was a 7.
But it was a 7. No one falls that time, and you still watch as the web that is over the altar continues to grow. So it made like a border around the, like hovering above the altar before.
Yeah.
And now the web is crawling inward, like kind of finishing itself. And if anyone wants to give a, who would be able to give a notice? Kamala's enveloped, Astrid's enveloped.
I can notice.
So it would be Mohan.
4, 5, 6.
It just looks like it's making a really menacing web.
Yeah. It's doing something over this altar, guys. You can't really see, but it's menacing. Boy, is it not good. Hung Tui, look with your robot eyes. 5, 6, 7. And then he gets my notice as well?
Any of their skill checks, it's just your bonus to the lead. So it's just a 7. Yep.
Yeah.
So 7's still a mixed success. Hung Tui has his little robot guy go up and scan what's happening there. It's remaking the map.
What?
It's remaking the map on the altar.
Like in the web?
Yes, in the web. The web is representing the crevices that I felt.
What?
Should we take a picture of it?
I have a feeling something bad's going to happen if that thing
It's
gets
remaking the map.
Yeah.
Well, but we don't know what the map was to in the first place. So maybe it's a map to get us out of here.
I was wondering maybe it's like some type of like one of those like portal things or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Concerning.
Concerning. You didn't do anything with Hyacinth this turn. You didn't do anything with Rasmus this turn. Is there anything you want to do before it resets?
I told Rasmus to get the ready. Should we pop out Kamala or Astrid? Astrid, how much life do you have left?
8.
And
So
you're
the
trapped.
fungal soldiers are rolling 2d8. The fungal king is rolling 2d12.
My tail is just sticking out.
And if Astrid dies, like, we lose our DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Hyacinth teleport Astrid out above, because it goes 620 miles, above the canopy, like to the ground level, so that Kay can get
Oh,
there.
pause no. Pause no.
Pause
Hang
now?
on. Pause no.
She has a range on your DNA.
Yep. I do. I gotta find the right spot, though. I have to stay within 100 kilometers.
Oh,
That's really far.
that's
Less than 6-some-odd miles. 600-something miles.
I don't think we're 600.
75 miles or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
we're not that far.
62 miles.
62 miles.
I don't think we're
close.
62 miles above the canopy, but that's
Or
something for the
under?
GM.
Under.
Are we 62 miles beneath the
No,
ground
no way.
level?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to make sure.
Planets are normally, like, I think Earth is like only 32 miles up
Yeah.
is space.
Yeah.
It's like
All
very, very small.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we were all aware that there is a limitation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Hyacinth.
62
teleport
miles, to be
63
precise.
miles into the sky.
No! Okay, you can all die then.
So Hyacinth and Astrid are just going to get out. Like, they are going to be on the surface of the planet.
Does she have to be able to
Yes.
touch me, though?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Stick your
how
tail out.
engulfed am I?
There's bars.
I mean, I was saying my tail's sticking out, but that is up to GM discretion.
I mean, you said your tail's sticking out. We can do that.
Get out of here and call for Kay.
Call for
we need the
Kay.
captain. What is it? The captain's.
the captain's
special.
Yeah, the captain's
special.
special.
Yeah.
We need it right now.
Okay, well, y'all have to get back up to the surface.
We'll make it.
Yikes.
Hyacinth runs over and grabs Astrid's tail, and
Oh, dear.
Astrid and Hyacinth, you find yourself on the regular surface, not too far from the duck that brought you
hey.
to where you were.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, what are we going to do about the rest of them?
Yeah, nah, I have no fucking idea.
How long until you can use your teleport again?
Oh, I can do it again. I can go back down there.
That might be a good idea.
Oh, you can only
Just
teleport.
to be like,
Yeah.
in case, because if you can get your hands on Kamala too, the rest of them can probably run.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we do.
happens anyway.
It's an evolving situation.
We're so fucked. Ah! All right.
And
Cool.
do you have something you want to say?
I just want to say that I looked back to where we got the duck and it says, it looks like a duck. Wah, wah. That's it.
You hear in the not so far distance.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
And we are now back to the top of the order, which is the fungal knight that is surrounding Kamala.
Bring it.
That is only a 13.
Get fucked.
Yeah, it can't do nothing. It's like trying to grab at you, and you're just like, no! Just like pushing it away. Like you look over to see where Astrid is or whatever, and she's just not there anymore.
And I'm enveloped.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, she died.
Because both of you were kind of in a pod-ish thing together.
Yeah, all I saw was your paw go through the slit and then yoink, you were taken away. I actually do have a thermal flare. So
You had this the whole time? The whole time.
And Laura just flipped her hair over her shoulder as she did it.
yeah, so I'm going to light one. I only have 2.
Would have been real nice when Astrid wasn't nearly dead. Pull that thing out.
Listen, I was trying to be peaceful at that point. Now I'm fucking done. Now I'm pirate mode. Let's go, baby. I light the thermal flare with my lighter. I'm hopeful that it might catch it enough off guard that I can go back through the slit and like get out of this.
Okay, I will roll to find out. You see that it does immediately recoil, but it gets its senses together.
Shit.
Because it's like really hot,
Yep.
bright light. I thought it would freak it out.
No, it definitely did freak it out, but it is too focused on what it needs, what the fungal king needs of it.
Okay, so I'm just going to slash through it again and try to like jump out of it before it can close up.
I roll an attack.
19.
That hits.
Nice.
Damage.
Fuck yeah. 4 damage
Schlink.
to this wall of wet, goopy fungus.
And it is still a wall
So
of wet,
gross.
goopy fungus. But you see that it has that like red slash of bioluminescence when you make contact with it. And you see that reflected in the fungal king. And you see that it's noticing that that Astrid is no longer in the cage. And it's pulling back, focusing that same type of cage on you. It hasn't done it yet, but you see that it's beginning the motion to do so.
Sorry.
Yeah. Tracks. Cool.
After Kamala is Astrid.
I am going to pull out my comms and call Kay.
Oh, you guys got out?
Help!
Oh, God! The Captain Special already? It's too early!
No, it's time.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I
what
have
are-
to make sure Zugalda's back. I can see them over the horizon. I'll make sure they get here.
Pick them up. What are the chances you can go underground?
What?
We're so fucked. It's not even funny. There's a second. Okay, look. There's a second layer under this surface.
This is a spaceship!
I know.
Do you have a drill?
I'm saying there's a hole over here. I bet we can fit through it. And then we can go down to the underlayer and maybe just blow up the tower. I don't know.
No, all of this is
You think
nonsense.
that could work?
Are you safe?
I am. The rest aren't.
I'm coming!
Okay. And then I'm going to heal myself.
You're going to have to torch, aren't you?
Psychic Succor no longer costs effort.
There you go.
Nice.
2d6 plus 6. Whoops. That is a 4 plus 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 back.
Nice.
I'm at 18, baby. Feel better already.
Hyacinth is up with Astrid right now. Do you want to command her to do anything, Mohan?
Yeah, so she said how many times? She can just keep...
She can just keep doing.
Yeah, let's just do that slowly.
You can command people twice per round, is what it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to have... No, you're like totally engulfed, or are you able to...
You just saw my knife slice through.
Okay, but there's no like opening holes still yet.
No, she's still like creating holes.
So maybe
Okay.
someone needs to make a hole so that Hyacinth can reach in.
Yeah, so I'm going to have Hyacinth blink back down. I'm going to make an attack on the cage that Kamala's in so that I can hopefully get a big enough hole because I have my thermal knife.
Yeah, there you go. Go for it.
Okay, D20 first. Does an 8 beat it?
No.
Maybe have Rasmus do it.
Rasmus.
So you go to swing at it, and as you bring your knife down, one of the like tendrils on this thing just like reaches out and just stops. It just like deflects you from hitting the main mass of the fungal knight.
I was just trying to itch you, Fungal King. I wasn't trying to hurt you. Rasmus, attack this thing. Make a hole in it. 21. Kamala, stand near like an edge or something. And then I'll have Rasmus just like shoot at like, like where he thinks the edge of a wall would be.
Yeah.
So it could like make a hole.
Reaching!
Yeah. 17.
This thing is looking significantly worse for wear as most of its body gets blown up, and you see that it does the same thing as the other ones when Rasmus shot them, is the fungus reconnects with the fungal king and just creates all of these essentially supports that are just dragging back. So you punch all these holes through, and then all of the holes essentially get tubes that connect back to them, and the fungus just kind of spreads itself out in that way.
Yeah, okay. But there's enough for Hyacinth to
There's
pull.
quite a bit of holes in this guy right now.
All right, Hyacinth, I hope you're ready. Is she here? Yeah. I'm just talking to the air.
No, Hyacinth's paused back because you said you wanted her to do so.
Oh, okay.
So you've used your 2 actions, so Hung Tui can't do anything this round.
Right. Yeah.
You'll have to wait till the next time, right?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
complete
So
it.
Hyacinth came back down, and she would be able to go back by herself, but she can't grab another person.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aye, who's coming out next?
Kamala.
You have faint screaming from inside the
Kamala's
vine
coming
shell.
out.
Gotcha. I'll get him.
Cool.
We fucked up. This planet just deserves to die.
And after Mohan is the ones that were attacking. Who did they attack last? The ones that at the door. Did they lash out at? No, they attacked
Rasmus.
you.
Oh, me.
Yeah, so they're going to continue doing so. That is a 17.
Darn it.
That hits.
15.
Oh. That's just 4 damage. After that one is the one that was trying to join in on the gang up against Kamala.
No.
And now Astra's not here, so it will just be Kamala. That is a 16.
Nope.
Oh, does not hit.
What the frick?
And then it is the fungal king, as anyone who's down here does a evasion save.
Not 20 again.
Nice!
What the fuck?
You are not going down.
Hyacinth got a nat 20.
Nice.
Rasmus. Rasmus is safe. Hung Tui. Hung Tui is safe.
Okay, everyone is safe from that. And now the cage, it's not doing anything more with the altar this turn, but it is going to collapse its cage in since the situation has not changed. So it's going to attack Kamala with the cage.
That tracks.
Coming out of my cage, and I've been doing just fine.
Gotta be down because I
That is a 27 to hit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I guess.
Dodge it.
I think.
Dodge it.
That's a 25 damage
Oh, God. Are you
as it just
dead?
closes the cage around Kamala.
If I get hit, I still got some health. I got 25 left. I'm still good.
And you feel just as it
Woof.
just pierces into you, like you feel your suit rip as this starts to happen, and you can feel that the lichen that is part of your being at this point starts traveling toward the fungus,
Oh god.
and you are feeling incredibly slow and stiff.
We are all connected.
And after that, it is the top of the order with the one that is attacking Kamala.
So it pierced me. Are they still in me, or did they retract?
It's just holding like that right now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna try and like vault through the holes and like do a jump, but I'm gonna try and struggle and still get out of the hole.
You can absolutely do that. But it is the one that is currently like around you that it's its turn, and that one rolled a nat 20.
Here we go.
Can you emergency heal?
That's 20 damage.
You still have 5, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
And Hyacinth is going to teleport you out next
She fucking better.
next thing.
It's a new round. You can have that happen now.
Oh,
Let's have that happen
Doesn't have
now.
to happen on his turn.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Get
so
out of
Kamala, what happens is you like almost go down. You've got these like things sticking into your rib cage, like you feel like it's just grabbing onto you. Do you say anything before Hyacinth teleports you out?
Not yet. I need to be great.
You don't
Okay.
want to go?
No, I mean like I can't die yet.
Oh, I thought you meant like not.
That
Like,
was
don't
a
teleport you
conversation
yet.
to the willow.
Yeah. All right,
Very
makes
good.
sense.
You say that, and like as you're like gasping that out, you feel Hyacinth's arm just reach in and grab onto one of your leaves or feathers. Like she barely reaches to where one of your feathers are, and you blink to the surface. And as you blink to the surface, you see the face that was contorted of the fungal king softens for a very brief moment before you're on the surface.
Oh, thank you, Hyacinth.
Yeah, no problem.
Come on.
Astrid.
Do you need help? You need heals. Okay. I'm going to heal her. Haha. Again, that's 4 plus 6. You get 10 points.
Woo.
Nice. 15.
And as you watch as your wounds kind of start to close a little bit and the rips in your suit are not being blocked by your gore and viscera at this point, you start noticing a little bit of the world stink getting up into your vest, and it's a very briny world.
Oh. Gross.
Pickle.
And we cut back down to the Fungal King's lair.
God.
And it's Mohan's turn.
Oh,
Just
woo.
Mohan and Rasmus and Hung Tui.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Boys' night.
You just hear a very quiet, lingering, run.
Yeah. I didn't really think about how we're gonna get out of here, because it's gonna take 4 more turns to get all of us out. Okay, Hung Tui is what is his specialty? Is he No,
No, he is a scout.
he's a scout. Okay, so he probably has really good mobility.
Sure.
Maybe he can sneak out.
Yeah, Hung Tui, I need you to escape.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I can try.
You.
How do I get past them?
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what we'll do. Rasmus, I need Rasmus to. Do we have a flamethrower?
No, I just got my spike thrower.
Or does it blow up? Is there any way we can add an explosive to it?
There's a thermal flare on the ground.
That's true.
Can we, if we shoot a flare, does it explode?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know how effective that's going to be. I'm just thinking out loud here in a very panic situation. Maybe it's not right, but this whole thing is the Fungal King guy. I don't think an explosion here is going to really help us all too much on the way out. He's everywhere.
We're going to need to, calm this guy down. That's, I think, our only chance of even remotely trying to survive. The threats are gone, so maybe we'll be fine.
The threats?
Kamala and Astrid.
You're the one. You had me shoot.
And so you need to go. And then
Oh, God.
Hung Tui and I might be able to convince it. So I'm going to try and convince it. Keep your weapon ready, but make it look like you're not pointing at it.
Yeah, sure. That's how that works. Here we go.
You know what you're doing. You're the king of guns.
Rasmus is just in a stupor at this moment. He was not called janitor.
I'm connecting with it. And I think
You don't give a shit about it.
I think
Rasmus
because-
is just glowing
I
over
know.
in the corner.
I think because I was nice, my dice are finally good. So
Oh.
that's a 12 with connect.
For Connect?
Yeah. I got rid of the evil that was threatening you, great Fungal King.
You see that the Fungal King is sitting there confused, almost like, you know how a spider spins a web with its
Yeah.
legs? It's kind of doing that because Kamala is all of a sudden gone. It had its literal claws in her and it's gone. So it's just kind of what's happening? And then you do this diplomacy type thing here. And you see that it whirls around and brings the cage around you, but it doesn't do anything.
I have my hands up. Don't shoot.
And because it's a complete success, the contorted face that it has ends up switching, and it is now your face. It looks angry, but it's listening.
Yeah. Never meant to hurt you. We never meant to make you cry. Oh, I want to die.
I wouldn't say that part out loud. He might.
Its
Take
brows
your
are
word.
furrowing,
No, I'm trying.
but it's listening.
We're in a very dangerous situation on the outside world, Fungal King. This planet is going to explode soon. We came here looking for a way to defeat the enemy. Sorry for hurting you. XOXO.
You see that it lets its face soften, and you see that the other fungal soldiers stop what they're doing. They're not struggling anymore. They're not but they're still ready.
Yeah.
But they're no longer clamoring to get to you and Rasmus and Hung Tui.
Right.
And you see that it moves your face essentially down to look down at the altar that it's created, and some tendrils reach out and point at specific locations on the map it's making, and it makes a small glowing light.
Okay. Hung Tui, are you able to decipher if this is still space or if this is this planet? This is a map of this planet now?
He's going to have a hard time doing that. He is blind.
Oh, yeah.
His robot.
So his robot helps him and gives him information.
Got it.
But he himself is not someone who knows the stars.
Oh, okay. So I'll go up to it then.
You as a space captain might have a little bit better chance at that.
I'm going to use no to see if I can interpret this new map.
And as you walk up to the map, the cage just kind of follows with you.
Yeah. That is a 13.
You know that what you're looking at currently doesn't match the altar, like the thing that it's made above it, because you looked and you had seen where some of the lines were going, so you kind of know what to look for with like the little glint of light that exists. And you can see that the map that it's made above this altar does not match it. And as you're looking at it, you notice that it is a map of this sector that it is created, and it is highlighting where it is.
Okay. How do I talk to this thing? It's highlighting where we are right now, and I asked it to help me kill the flesh. Can you kill the flesh?
And you see that it starts moving the map again. Now the map looks nothing like this sector, but it looks like the altar beneath it.
Should I get on it? No. Is there something underneath the altar? I'm going to try and lift the altar.
You think about that for a second. You just kind of put your hands underneath, and you're like, "No, that is sturdy."
Yeah, it's not like a table or something.
But what it just did was it showed you a map of where we are, and then it remade itself and like lowered the fungus down onto the altar to show you what the map of the altar looks like.
We got to go from here to there, maybe.
But the map that you're seeing on the altar looks nothing like the sector that you're in.
Yeah. We already have a picture of this, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to make heads or tails of this.
So you know, because like you got the 12 on roll or 13 on no.
Yeah.
You know that it's showing you a new sector that you don't know.
Got it.
So what it's telling you, you can probably intuit probably where it came from. It's telling you that it's not from this sector.
Yeah, it's from a different sector that may or may not be on this planet. But it's showing us where it's from.
Yep.
Oh! Sorry, I just figured it out. It clicked for me. So the fungus itself, and probably like the planet that it's on, is from something that the Terran absorbed before and from somewhere else.
Yeah, or it came from somewhere else. So the fungus somehow got here. Okay, Fungus King, are you able to communicate to us with the sample that we got?
It gets like red at you talking about the sample that you took.
I mean, do you want me to return that?
It kind of uses your face to be like, it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. I love you. Yeah. Kiss, little kiss. Okay, I think we're good. Thanks, Fungus King. Can I leave? Do you want us to help you in any way to like get off this planet? Because this is gonna like explode. Oh, great Fungal King. Can you help me send a message to the AGF?
It doesn't know what AGF is.
God damn it, Joe!
You have the coordinates.
Fungal King, I'm going to sketch a map of what my sector looks like. I need to get a message that's like, put it onto the, like, I'm just going to like, with my finger on the thing, on the altar. And then I'm going to say, I need to get a message here so that I can call for help and leave you to your peace.
And it recreates the map, like as your finger is drawing on the altar, it's having some of itself follow the path that you're drawing until you get to a spot where you believe the AGF is. And it lights it up and kind of twirls that face of yours in front of it, like asking for affirmation.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. I need to send an SOS. The Paradise and company are inside of the Terran at A11. It's taken over the entire sector. SOS, send nuke now.
Send everything.
Send everything and everyone.
And it takes in this information. You can see those like colors on its bioluminescence just like pulsating like it did when Kamala threw the hush at it. So it's calculating what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, because it can mimic our faces and re-say our words. So it could get to someone over there and just repeat that message.
It pulls the map back. Like, you know that it like lit up the area that you wanted to go. You're assuming that it knows what it's thinking about at this point, and it recollects the pieces of itself. And then it shows you where you are. Like, it almost like goes back to where Gyeong-Odos is and highlights that again.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the map goes away and it forms this big, like half-made cube, and it shows that.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're on right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's specifically like highlighting the mega structure around Gyeong-Odos.
Okay. We can send a message out of the megastructure. We need to get it to connect to the megastructure in order to send out the message or do whatever it needs to do. Okay, Fungal King, you glow red on the spire if you want me to connect. If you want the crew and everyone to connect this spire to the megastructure.
And it glows red.
We're getting somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go back to the surface and do this for you.
And even when you ask it to do that and it realizes that you're now on the same communication, you see that the other fungal soldiers go back to their much more relaxed plotting patterns.
Yeah. Whew.
And we can consider the combat ended.
Oh,
Hey.
Ooh, good.
Thanks, Captain.
Hey.
Yeah. Rasmus, blast him. Okay, I have a whole bunch of new information that I can't wait to relay to my crew.
Hyacinth pops back
Yeah.
in, like, what?
Is everything back now? Is everything okay? It doesn't look like anybody's fighting anymore.
Yeah, we figured it out.
What did you figure out?
It's a lot to explain, so once we're all together, we'll reconvene on the ship.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Goodbye, Fungal King Joseph.
It has like some tendrils that pop off and make a motion that you will interpret as waving, but it retracts itself back to the ceiling.
Yay. Goodbye. Blink, blink, blink.
Yep.
Okay.
And you guys are all back on the surface, and you guys all get back together, and you hear the noticeable whir that you don't hear anywhere else because there's no more people of the paradise coming over the splashing oceanic what are we calling them, rivers?
Yeah. Wow.
Hey.
What is Kay doing here? We're totally fine.
Kay is
We
coming
were
in
not.
hot.
We were not fine. We are now, so we can, flag him down, but we were not fine.
Yeah. Everything's A-okay
I
around
was-
here.
Literally almost dead.
We're fine. We've never been finer. We need to, long story short, so where is the megastructure from here?
You look up and like it's dark. It's dark everywhere on this planet because there is no star.
Right.
And like this planet is completely mostly surrounded by this megastructure. But at least on the surface, the plant life here is far more bioluminescent than normal.
Yeah.
So you can still see, and you can see like the underside of the megastructure has some bioluminescence to it. Like we were saying when you first got here, is it seemed like it was kind of coated in bioluminescence.
Yeah.
So like you can see it, and this is like the best version of daytime this planet has without a sun. So that's where the megastructure is, just straight up.
Yeah. How do we...
Huh.
Oh, I should explain.
Are you okay, Captain?
Yeah, the Fungal King and I, we go way back now.
No.
And they need to connect the tower to the megastructure above us, and they'll be able to send a message to the AGF.
We all connect, huh?
Yeah, but we need to connect them to the megastructure before we can connect to the AGF.
How do we do that?
Really long extension cord?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't need much. We just need to make like a bridge to...
So that the fungus can just reach that far, essentially.
Yeah, I can it's a mushroom. Doesn't need to like the whole thing. Yeah, so how do we do that?
Well, don't we have like 4 crews at our disposal?
Yeah, have everyone get like a plank of wood and just nail it, and then
Minecraft, build it up onto
Yeah.
yourself?
Oh, I
Just-
was going to say just like have a rope that goes between them.
do we have that much rope?
That's a good question. I don't know how high up it is.
I have 20 meters.
I have 40 meters. Hey.
I mean, we got like 5, 6, 7 ships. We got 7 ships that are attached. I'm sure there's stores of rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work. It doesn't need to be a lot. I don't...
Yeah, I think just something that will get from point A to point B.
I'm going to go to the med bay and I start limping to the ship because I still have like 10 health points.
Did he
Yeah,
land?
let's get Kamala fixed up here a little bit. And honestly, me too.
Yeah, and the Paradise lands and everybody is on it. So like the Paradise is ready to take off. It is gassed up.
Yeah. Okay, hey guys. Hey, Kay. No, we can relax. Not an emergency anymore. Thanks to
I look at Kay and say, it was an emergency.
thanks to this guy right here, the captain.
I can't believe it wasn't a fly in, fly out.
Almost was. These 2 guys are almost dead.
Get to the med bay, everybody.
Yeah, so we head to the med bay. I'm assuming you're going to explain to them what we need to do to connect these 2 things.
Yeah, so I re-explain the whole
Yeah,
situation. We need to get as much rope as you possibly can, and yeah, hope for the best.
And you guys are going to deplete all of the rope. No one has rope anymore.
Yes.
Nah.
We don't need
I'll
any
take
more.
my rope off my
All right,
inventory.
yeah. I'll
Yep. We
cross
don't
my
need
rope
any
off.
more rope.
No more rope.
Hopefully, we don't need it.
I really think we should stop going underground. We
Probably.
need rope. So we're getting rid of the rope so we don't go underground anymore.
I don't think it's ever stopped us, and it probably won't. But
True.
it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
So you guys end up, everyone's getting fixed up. Astrid pulls down the fungal DNA splice that she did on everybody.
Oh yeah.
So you get
oh gosh, I get my effort back.
your effort back, and you fly up in the paradise up to the megastructure, and you all tie a rope and make like scaffolding that comes down to the point of that large building, the tower that goes all the way down to at the bottom where that fungal king is, and you connect it. And you see that the fungal king starts growing straight up the rope all the way to the megastructure. And when it reaches the megastructure, you see some of the other fungus that were up there, another bioluminescence that was there. As soon as the fungal king touches it, it starts pulling back in, like it almost like jerks to life. And all of the fungus around it makes this column that comes straight down now that it's reconnected to its mind, essentially. This was a section that got completely disconnected. Maybe it was disconnected by the civilians that lived here at one point, or something happened that disconnected it and none of the civilians knew how to help because they blocked off this area. But you've now reconnected the fungal king and this fungal alien species back to its essentially spacecraft. And it starts lighting up, and you get like a real good view of everything here as there's actually light that is coming from the powered up bioluminescence. You see like misters turn back on, and like other areas it starts the terraforming process over again. And then you see other lights that are going along the outside of it, and everything just gathers to this one area and just spores.
Cool.
Just shoots out this almost like a missile of spores out into the dark. You can only assume that it has done what you had asked it to, as you guys hop in the paradise and set course for continuing towards that blip that you heard when you all did the mind gestalt connection.
Yeah.
And Kay activates the spike drill, and you spike drill off. We're going to cut over to the outside of the Terran as you watch as these spores eventually float and grab onto the inside wall of the cavern that Gyong-Otos was in. And little bits of this fungus start taking hold, and we see a cross-section as it just starts drilling through and creating this fungal network until it finally gets to the outside of the Terran and continues to spread throughout the sector.
Uh-oh. We might have created another problem here.
And as it gets out into this one area on the Terran, we, the viewer, see that an electric or some sort of pulse travels through it. And we go to the AGF where a communicator turns on in Captain Radko's office. They get the message that you all sent, that you are alive and you are in there, as Radko runs down a hallway to a meeting room that it's the room where all of the spiral captains are, but now there's a whole bunch of other people in there that you've never met before who are leaders of the military of the different nations, and you see them in essentially a war room situation getting ready, and the plans that are on their desk are to just do everything that they can to blow the shit out of this thing. And some of the plans that we scan over are what Wautaka had sent back from the spine, and you see that there's plans that are related to the rings, and they're starting to try and construct one. And you can see that there's other plans about going and trying to get more information from the spine, because they're going to try and use that as a power source. And they're essentially creating what you guys had said before, a big gun
The big
using the energy from the spine if they can get it from the center of Trixie's hive mind.
Yeah.
Or they also know just from the different things that they've poured over from all of your reports that there's a bunch of these ancients down on Tudega, which it has not been swallowed yet. It's just outside of the area that the Terran has taken over. So they know that these cores and like Kremlin's core and all the data that Withou was sending back, they know that they can collect other bits of it, and that's just what's happening as we look past the AGF, and you can see the construction of the giant ring underway. And you guys come out of Spike, and you see Nadrak.
Yeah, we made it.
Hey!
Nadrak is only barely recognizable as most of the planetary crust has fallen away from it, revealing almost exclusively the egg.
Oh.
And the tendrils of the Terran are gripping almost every surface that is not egg exposed.
Yeah.
As you start flying the Paradise down toward Nadrak to the ping that Astrid had heard in her head, you hear on your ship a thud.
Uh-oh.
And another thud.
Uh-oh.
And more thudding. As there's this feeling of dread that your ship has been boarded.
Oh, no. By what?
And through the area where your luxury cabins are, the doors break down.
Oh, God.
And the first face that you see is one of the dead children from the Drak.
No!
Oh, no.
And that's where we're ending the session.
We have to fight our zombie friends.
Jonathan!
This ended much more stressful than I thought it would.
I know. I was like, oh, cool, we're out. And then I was like, shit.
Right back in!
Yep.
Oh, shit.
We did good.
And this is our second to last episode.
Oh, God, we got a lot to cram into that, actually.
I know. The last episode is the finale. The finale we are going to have for anyone who is on our Discord. We're going to show it before it goes live on your regular podcast apps. And we're going to do like a before and after chat, and you guys can, chat with each other in the Discord. So join the Discord. I'm sure there was a dynamic ad somewhere in here, if it's anywhere near the now, that is telling you where to join. Links are in the bottom, and that we'll also do like a giveaway for people who give us ratings and reviews and stuff like that. So come join the Discord. Come the live show. This is not like a paid live show for our Ko-Fi only. This is for anyone who joins the Discord.
And the number one prize on the giveaway is my used socks.
Fantastic.
So you'd like that. You'd like it.
Also, I want
Maybe I
to
could crochet something. As like a cute little giveaway.
shout out to Super Teak, who's drawing awesome fan art of our characters in the Discord as well. Thank you so much. We love it.
Oh my God,
sick.
it's so fun. I love seeing that like for the first time because that's never happened before.
Fan art.
Yeah, I saw it because I learned what some Discord stuff means. Like when you have a new message.
Yeah,
like,
Luis, the red dot means something.
Yeah. Wow, who would have thought?
Next step, fan fiction.
Oh, then it's going to get real spicy.
I'm very confused about what type of fan fiction we might end up with.
Isn't this all fan fiction?
We got a lot of tentacles involved in our story.
Jesus Christ, ew,
Hive
in so
minds
many
and
different ways.
tentacles.
That's horrifying.
A lot of bugs.
Sweet God, okay.
Bug stuff.
Yikes.
Well, thank you all for listening. Thank you to Wowobit for the use of our theme song Into the Portal. And Luis is being King Fungus right now. Thank you to Kevin MacLeod for the use of our ending theme On the Shore, which we're back at, by the way. We are back to the shore. The titular On the Shore. And yeah, we already said join the Discord, do that, and can't wait to see you guys for the finale of our first like real season.
Yeah, we did it. We did it, guys. Yay, 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 yay. Woo, woo, woo.
I see you guys soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. It's unbroken,
Unbroken,
unbound.
moisturized, in its lane.
I don't like that.
Unchained. When you walk away.
You
won't hear
me say, please,
Don't go.
And that's it. That's the opening.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to notice, see if I can pick anything out, any kind of symbols or whatever, because my guy has that knowledge about the mercenary. Nope, that's the wrong game.
How did you remember that? How did you remember that from the first game, but you don't know which dice to roll?
What the fuck?
I rolled a 9 for notice.
My
Jesus
God.
Christ.
What
I'm like,
in the
oh yeah, I can do
world?
this because it's eons ago.
You should notice what game you're in.
I know, right?
Yeah, with a 9, you notice we're playing Stars Without Number.
Listen,
for
you
the
guys got it in my
39th
head.
time in a row.
You guys got it in my head, and now I'm thinking about it.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yes.